Greetings again, YouTube. This is the Retro-Matic Gamer, and now I'm taking a look at one of my favorite fighting games of all time. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Seriously. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Fighting Edition for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It's hard for me to say this, but, you know, when I was a kid, when I, 13 years old, I think, when the first episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ran on television, and it was, for me, a guilty pleasure. You're at that age where you don't want to admit to watching kids' TV shows, but I was totally hooked in. It was cheesy, it was campy, but I'll be damned if I didn't have the hots for the Pink Ranger Kimberly, so I watched this stuff anyway. And if there was anything, dude, getting to watch giant robot fight rubber monster, come on, man. If you like Ultraman, or what was that new movie, Pacific Rim, that just came out, you gotta be okay with some Power Rangers, at least a bit. So, yeah, this game is a fighting game, very similar in style to like Street Fighter 2, and it's story based on like the movie that had just come out at the time, Power Rangers the movie. Yeah, hell of a name there. So the final boss is Ivan Ooze. Of course, it doesn't make a lot of sense why it would have the early fights in story mode be against the other Megazords. But I mean, looking at the background, it's a computer simulation of some kind, but so I don't know if it's training or what. I mean, really, the Rangers never trained in their Zords. There was never training simulations or tests. Remember that first episode? 30 minutes ago, you were just a bunch of teenagers with attitude. Now you know how to pilot a giant robot. How? Never explained. No training whatsoever. You just threw them in these giant robots with the ability to wreak havoc and destroy an entire city and trust that they would point their sword at Goldar and do what needed to be done. Whatever. So, anyway, there's special moves like in Street Fighter. I can throw a fireball-like thing, right? Or I can, stuff like this. Now, underneath the energy bar, you would expect to see something like a hyper bar from Super Street Fighter 2, right? Now, what we get here is a time-based bar. The more full that bar is, the more powerful your super move is. And if that bar is full when you use the move, then it goes up to the next stage. And once you get to the top stage, I think it's after the third stage and you light it up again, I'll show you that momentarily against Lip Syncer here, which is like Lord Zedd's dumbest monster put in the game when he could have. There, see? I'm up a stage because I did a super move right on time. Ow. Doing it again. I'm up another stage. Missed with that one a little bit. And full, doing it again. Now all of my super moves will be supercharged, more powerful, right? Because I just finish off like that. There's like some kind of ultra combo too that you can do it when it's full like that. I just don't remember how it's done. I'll experiment with it while I do this playthrough. Graphically, the game's pretty good. Granted, it's a Super Nintendo game. There's not a lot they could have done wrong. But, and it's playable. Timing's not particularly cheesy. The Street Fighter 2 it ain't, but I would take it over, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tournament fighters, Yeah. Oh, damn it, missed. That'll work. Thunder Megazord wins. I think that was my favorite Megazord out of all the series ever. Thunder Megazord, the second one, with a close second being the original. I've got a bit of a collection of Megazords up on the shelf behind me, too. I've got a Thunder Megazord from way back in the 90s, and I've got the 2010 remake of the classic Megazord. I have the 2006 Mystic Force Megazord and all of its accessories, including a Japan-imported, the Black Knight, the Centaurus Wolf Megazord. Yeah, not really much of a toy collector, but I got a couple things. So now we're up against the Ninja Megazord, which debuted in the Power Rangers movie. It looked totally different than it did in the actual third season of the TV show. Oh, missed my timing, but I killed him anyway. That works. Ninja Megazord's pretty quick. Now, all these characters that you fight against, even though you saw that I only had a choice in story mode between the Thunder Megazord and the White Tiger Megazord, they are all playable in versus mode. So if there's two people playing, you know, you can play any Zord you want to play. Or any Zord, even any of the Zedd monsters. You can play Lord Zedd himself, which is badass, actually. Stick it in the face. There we go. Yeah, right there. Fucking face. Oh, did I say that out loud? Anyway, yeah, a legit strategy when playing this two-player is, you know, just trying to throw your opponent's rhythm off, since, you know, the timing is so crucial to being able to power up your moves. If you can, you know, throw in a couple of light jabs or something to throw your opponent's timing off, which you're going to see the computer, even the computer player knows how to do. You'll see that in time against certain opponents. Oh, the Shogun Megazord. I remember hating this one. I thought both of the Zords from the third season looked stupid, honestly. I wasn't a big fan of frickin' the frog foot ninja Megazord. I'm a frog. And I definitely didn't really get into having to switch over to a whole different set of Zords partway through the season. I mean, they probably did it for toy sales and whatnot, you know, whatever. They do that, that's a mainstay of the series now, they always do it. What I liked about Mystic Force Power Rangers being my favorite, even as an adult, I enjoyed Mystic Force, was right up to the end of the series. Even after they got their super powered up Megazord, they still had reasons to use their standard Megazord mode, their Mystic Force Megazord or whatever. And some of the biggest battles, they were constantly switching back and forth between Zords, trying to, like they were playing Tekken Tag Tournament or something, trying to rest up the other Zord and keep the battle going. Oh, come on. Nope. That'll do. Putting him down. I might have to amp up the difficulty or something, though. This whatever the basic mode is without changing difficulties. This is a little on the easy side, but it does get more difficult as time goes on. The last couple guys, like Goldar and Lord Zedd, start getting insanely difficult to deal with. See if I can keep Silverhorns in a corner. Maybe might be a viable tactic here. Keep it from doing anything horrible. Nobody puts baby in a... Ow. Ow. Okay, that's a little too much button mashing there. I should do something intelligent. That'll work. I can't say that was intelligent, but why not? Fight. Eventually it'll get to the point like against Goldar where just repeatedly jumping in through the air I get punished for regularly. I know Goldar's pretty good at deflecting those moves, so I'll have to watch that I don't get into too much of a habit. Oh, I totally messed my timing up there. See there? As soon as I got the full, he threw a jab at me to keep me from launching a super attack there. See? Yeah. Very valid tactic. Keep your opponent off their timing so they can't hit you harder than they already will. And the epic conclusion. Boom. Yeah. Thunder Megazord for the win. So now I fight myself, which would be a totally valid training maneuver, right? For some unbeknownst reason. Ooh, nice. Ah, missed. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Ow. Ow. He's angry. She's angry! She's angry! There we go. Now I can really get in the... Ow, 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 ow! Lost a round. Holy shnikey. And even the Power Rangers theme rendered in the background actually sounds pretty good compared to, you know, let's just say that this stuff could have really been screwed up. You know, being an obvious cash into the franchise, they could have phoned anything in right now and sold it, being as we were at the height of the Power Rangers franchise. But no, they actually did something decent. So I guess it's just a reminder that another one of those few games which movie tie-in doesn't automatically vote it off the island as a bad game. Ow! So he gets his super off. I still have no idea how to actually do that. Oh, this is going to be tight. Oh, phew. Okay. So I'm still in this. Maybe in the next round I won't totally screw this up. Let's see what happens. Come on. Take a little bit. Don't be like a bad day. Take a little bit of a fit. There we go. Baby, take it in the mouth, why don't you? Take it in the mouth, baby. I ain't dating you for nothing. Whoops. Ooh, in the face. There we go. I think we can handle this one. Oh, you guys didn't hit me yet. Of course, that'll change now. Knocking on wood and all that, right? Oh, man, I totally missed that. I could have bailed this without even taking damage. Oh, I still did. Alright. Thunder Megazord wins. Thunder Megazord versus Goldar, and now things start to get difficult. Just gotta try to keep my shit together here. So he can fly, which means, and he can do that, which is why I need to pay attention and fight this a little differently than before. Do have to stay close to Goldar. It's not generally a good idea to get too far away from him because he can throw fireballs quite and he can do that. Just dive in on you. But if you stay close, if you don't let him get that distance so he can charge you, you're actually golden. Oh, and then I backed off myself. That was stupid. Uh-oh. Time is almost... Ah! Crap. Oh. Goldar walks away with round one, which I had in the bag, I'm sure. Yeah, that stings a little. Ow. I like how the fierce attack feels like a special move in and of itself, because it's you get a lot of damage out of it in several hits. Ow. Ow. Come on, Goldie. Jeez. Is he gonna take this one too? I'm gonna try not to. I want to show these people a winning game. I might have to continue, though, to do that. Yeah, we're gonna have to continue. Alright, people. Told you it was gonna start getting tough here. Nice, gorgeous picture of Lord Zedd for the continue screen. Love that, too. He was a badass villain. It was a shame after, partway through the second season when they toned him down because parents were complaining that he was scaring their children. I'm serious, look it up. Lord Zedd was a good villain. I'd have taken him over Rita Repulsa's annoying ass any day. Of course, he is style, too. I mean, like, all muscles and brain in metal armor. Really, you can't get more iconic than that without visiting Masters of the Universe and looking at Shredder. Oh, it's a skull with a hood. Yeah, iconic. Get it. They were taking lessons on how to make badass Americana villains there. And yes, Lord Zedd is all American. He's not part of the Japanese imports of the franchise. But that's a whole nother history lesson for a whole nother day. Ow! I'm redefining stupid against Goldar here. There we go. Come on, buddy. Got him! Nice! Good timing. Even if I do say so myself. So maybe keeping your distance isn't such a sin if you can be smart about it. Excuse me. Stop doing that. Throw the stupid fireball. No, whatever. Nice. Good timing. That's helpful. He's blocking everything, but I'm still doing a little chip damage. So. And it's gone. Oh god, his Ultra. Ow. Damn you, why won't you die? Uh-oh, time is almost up. I've got to hurt him. At least, there we go. Now he can stay away from me if he wants to. Well, I know it's cheat, but it worked, so I win. And that's just how it is sometimes. And if only that had ever fucking happened, I believe the series would have been better. Goldar started as a good villain. The same fate of Lord Zedd, man. They cheapened him up. Speaking of Lord Zedd, man, game is almost over, so stick with me, folks. Ow. Oh yeah. So speaking of cheap, Lord Zedd is cheap. Everything you don't like about Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat. Everything you don't like about M. Bison from Street Fighter. Let's put that all together and make one villain out of it, and then still give him a bunch more really cheap, nasty attacks. Must stay close, must commence beatings. Give Zeddy an inch, Zeddy takes a mile. Yeah, that works. Got him. Whew. That was luck. That was luck. I claim no skill for that. Nope. Ow. Hey, he actually took the fireball. I figured he'd teleported out of that one for sure. Gotta stop using the heavy attacks and go with lighter, quicker attacks on him since he moves around so fast. And occasionally go one for range when I have to. Ow. Yes? What is he doing? Confusing. Damn it. That's what I'm trying to do, though. Get in close, get in those light and medium attacks. There we go. Got him. Nice. Being able to do him on the first try, I guess that is a bit of a feat. So, but game's not over yet, folks. Because even though it never happened on film, the Thunder Megazord is going to take on the villain, Ivan Ooze. Probably the only Power Rangers villain ever to actually get destroyed, at least in the early canon. Until Power Rangers in Space and the canon came to its end. Sadly, Ivan isn't giving me much more of a challenge here than Zedd. It's a simple pattern. Block, strike, block, strike, block that shit, strike, block that shit, strike. Oh, then he does something a little bit manly. Block, strike. That is a shame that it's such a pattern to beat him. after epic battles with Goldar and Lord Zedd, the fight with Ivan Ooze comes down to hit him, wait for the shield, block the blasts, hit him, wait for the shield, block the blast, hit him as hard as you can. Yeah, rinse, repeat. Only part about the fighting game I didn't like, which is just so derivative. Sorry that it's not all that bit of an anticlimactic finish for you YouTubers, but at least I finished it in like less than half an hour. What? 20 minutes and 30 seconds in. And that is the story mode for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Fighting Edition. I still think, even as fighters go, it's a really good game. If you can get your hands on a copy of it, play it with your friends. I'm not going to say it has all the balance and the ins and outs of Street Fighter 2 or any of its variants, but it is better set for like the entry level, unless you're an absolute fighting game nerd, a champion Street Fighter winner or something like that, for something a little bit more basic, a little simpler, and to be honest with you, more fun. Not that I think Street Fighter isn't fun. I am a Street Fighter fanatic, but anyhow, no, I was never very good at Street Fighter games. Well, Power Rangers Fighting Edition is easy to pick up for any gamer, really. I mean, I haven't played the game in 10 years, and I'm just now picking up the controller. I played it a little bit earlier today and decided to show it off, and I can, beat PC mode. The moves aren't that hard to figure out and learn, so yeah, basically every character's got basic Ryu-style moves, quarter circles and whatnot. So yeah, anybody who's played any fighting game, or even that hasn't, can stand a chance. So that is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Fighting Edition, and thank you YouTube for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.